I don't know what I'm going to say yet, but it's all good. Welcome back to the Vagabond'Z, Jim and Amy. I'm Jim. That's probably pretty obvious, but welcome back to the Welcome back to the Vagabond'Z, Jim and Amy. And today's video is something that I have not done before. I wanted to talk about what I use underneath our hydraulic jacks for when setting up our rig. One of the things that I've always believed in is that the less ram that you have come out of your hydraulic jacks, the more stable they are. And from experience, I do believe that that is actually the case. So I built these wonderful heavy blocks of wood and put a handle on them so we can carry them around. They're probably about 5-6 years old, and you can probably see they're starting to split in the middle, so they're kind of on their last leg. And they did very well until recently when we got the Brinkley. The Brinkley sits a little bit lower, especially in the front, and there's been several times where I have not been able to use my blocks in the front. In fact, when we got to this spot, I was worried that I was not going to be able to use these blocks in the back, because I mean, there was that much space in between the jack foot and the block, and by the time everything got leveled out and stuff, I wasn't sure I would even be able to get leveled. So a couple of weeks ago, I had reached out to a company, OX BLOX, and they graciously sent us a set of their OX BLOX Maxx for us to try out and to give an honest review. And so I got them today. I'm really super excited. Now, one of the big differences that you'll see, I think, I haven't even opened the box yet, so we're going to do that together. I think one of the biggest things that you're going to notice is the OX BLOX Maxx isn't as tall as my homemade blocks. My homemade blocks, they are 6.5 inches tall. So, you know, I get 6.5 inches, my feet further off the ground by that much. So we're going to open these OX BLOX Maxx now and see what the biggest difference is. I will say that the OX BLOX, they have a variety of different blocks. They have some for just your regular travel trailer feet. They have these ones. The Max is for your hydraulic with the 9-inch round foot, or smaller. It can fit a smaller one too. And I do want to know that one of the other differences between the OX BLOX and the Max is that the OX BLOX themselves are a little bit taller than the Max. The Max are only 4 inches high. So I'm going to lose 2.5 inches in my blocks compared to my homemade ones, which I think is going to be okay. Oh my goodness, these are awesome. These are really cool. Let me bring it in a little closer. Actually, I'll just pick one up here. So that's our first look right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're talking about. OX BLOX Maxx. Wow, those are hefty. Now each one is rated for has a 10,000 pound capacity, and they're made in the USA of 100% recycled material. And you can see the plastics, all the different colors and stuff. They're kind of cool looking. Little finger holes so you can carry them to and from your truck. Let's get this other block up here. You can compare the two. So it's a little bit smaller even, length and width wise. And like I said, I knew they were going to be shorter. So they are shorter, but I think I'm going to be able to use these more on the front than I have been able to on here. Because like I said, we're a little bit lower in the front as compared to our last fifth wheel. So yeah, I'm going to put these to use and see how they do. I really, really like them. These are they're like 7 pounds, less than 7 pounds a piece. These I bet you these are at least 9, maybe even 10. So I'm gonna get rid of some weight there as well. Actually, I bet you about 3-pound difference. So it'll be interesting to see how the foot fits in here, and I will show that here in a little bit later. But I know everybody talks about, there's another product that goes on the feet, and I don't want to call them out because I believe in that product for some. For me, I've had them, and over time, the metal foot portion at the end of my hydraulic ram actually caved in. So I'm not sure why that happened, but all 6 of my feet, like I said, had caved in some using that other product that stays on. And so I want to give these a try. I think one of the challenges may be that getting the foot to actually fit as I'm doing the auto level. I'll probably have to run around like a chicken with my head cut off the first few times to make sure that the foot actually gets into the print, the area for the foot. Let's see, what else? That's the base. We're going to go with the base. The base is 10.5 inches. So, excuse me. It's a 10.5 inch square, which is good. And then the opening is 9.5 inches. So the round foot is 9 inches. So there's a 1/2 inch of free play, if you will, where I should be able to kind of get that block into the spot where it needs to go for the foot. Yeah, I mean, they're stackable, so I might order another set. So when I'm in that position where I'm on an incline and the front or the back of the trailer, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens because I'm really excited about this. These are really nice. Amy, I think, is going to really like, because she helps me with the blocks, getting them in and out of the truck on move days and setup days. So I think she's going to like that better than this big old honking thing. And I don't know how many slivers I started getting with that either. So yeah, so like I said, they sent these to me to try out and to review. So we're going to do that. We're going to give an honest review of them. But so far, wow, I'm very impressed. Very impressed. Now I know there's red ones that you can get too. And I've seen quite a few videos and reports of those actually breaking in very short order. Now I know they have a lifetime warranty. However, I really don't want to have to go through that every 2 months, every 6 months, whatever the case may be, every time that one breaks, to go through the hassle of warranty and getting a new one. So and I think the red ones would have been way too tall for our rig. So I'm excited to give these a try. And so yeah, let me, I think I'm gonna maybe put some of these on. I'm not gonna do the front today because that means I gotta hook up to the truck and everything, but let's get a couple of these put on. We're down on the ground. All right, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna place this one, ouch, right here. Get it somewhat close, I think. And then we're going to be right back. We're going to go do the other two on the other side real quick. Handed Amy the OX blocks. And what's your first impression? You might have to speak up a little bit.
They're not as heavy as I thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
I know the blocks that we have that you've made that you carry around and you're picking them up and you're like, whoop.
Yeah, they're significantly lighter than...
Yeah. I like the little speckles in them.
I do too. Well, it's all recycled material.
Oh, nice.
Made in USA.
Very awesome.
Yeah. How many splinters have you gotten from the old ones?
Well, actually, I haven't gotten any, but
well, I've gotten a few. All right, fine, be that way. All right, but so far you think these are going to be good, huh?
I mean, I think so.
Yeah. All right.
I'm excited to see how easy it is to put them under.
Me too. You want to help?
Yeah, I can come.
All right. I just gave Amy one of the blocks. She's going to go ahead and set it down.
Any specific way you?
OX BLOX out.
So the label out?
Label out for now, just so we can help maybe promote these. And she's going to get it close. Like I said, there's about a 1/2 inch of play on the circle and where it needs to be. So they say anyway. But we're going to see. Come over here and grab another one. Maybe. Okay, so I'm back and I'm gonna go and I got the blocks placed. So like I said, I'm not doing the front two, because that would require hooking up to the truck. But you can see, got them placed under there, and we're gonna. I need to hit the auto level and let's see how it works out. Creakety creakety. See, I think the other side will probably go first. I don't remember though.
You could probably get right down here and get both of these.
Well, this one's going down first. Yeah, see how I wasn't centered on it, so I wanna take that. I need to move that one back up some. Just going to manually set them on. It might take a little bit more time, but I think it's going to be worth it. Actually, I did good on that one. Oh, that one went down over there?
Not all the way. I was able to get it into the grooves.
So that one's in the groove?
Yep.
So I think we're all in the groove? Yes?
I think so.
Okay, after some, I don't know, learning technical difficulties, I think it's going to take us a little bit more time, I think, to get them set in there until we're going to get it. But so right now I have them all positioned to where I'm going to be able to hit auto level, and they should go right into those pockets. And of course, it wants to go down first. And like I said, I haven't done the front yet because that requires hooking up to the truck, and I just don't feel like doing that tonight. So that might be maybe tomorrow, but maybe not. But you can see how nicely they fit. And you know, what did I say, 4.5 inches, 4 inches is what they are. Very nice, very nice. I like those a lot. Now, I know some will say, well, what about, because we're on nice blacktop right now, and you might say, well, what about uneven terrain like gravel or dirt or whatever? OX BLOX, they also have mats, and I was looking at a set of 4 of those, and they're actually reasonably priced. But, you know, again, like I said, these ones, they were sent to us to try out. And yeah, I'll show you this other one back over here. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I think that's going to actually take some of the wiggle out of that ram too, because we were feeling a little bit more wiggling than I was used to, or than what we have experienced in the past with the big blocks. But I don't know. What do you think so far?
Well, like you said, I think it'll be just a little bit more. Like the other ones, we could just put under there and they set on top.
Close enough was close enough.
It'll be a little bit more to get them into those grooves, but
I think it'll be worth it. Well, and like I was telling everybody, not everybody, yeah, all 3 of you that actually watch us, that there's been a handful of times now that we weren't able to use the blocks on the front because our blocks were just too tall. Right. So I think these will be perfect for that. I might hang on to a block or 2 blocks maybe. I don't think I want to hang on to 4 of my old ones for those just in case scenarios. Hang on for a little while. Yeah. Give these a shot. Unfortunately, we don't have another move day for almost a month. So. But,
well, and maybe like you said, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, we worked today, so I'm kind of tired. I'm getting hungry. It's getting dinner time, whiskey time. And
we're off the next 2 days.
Yep.
So
yeah, but you got me busting my butt driving you to town and then to laundry.
Well, yeah, but I think to do a full review, you got to put them all in.
Yeah, I think so too. And so we're going to add those, like she said, probably tomorrow. All right, so we're not going to close this out yet. You'll get to see the front ones on as well. Right. Okay, as promised, there's one of the front. The other side is also on, so I got them both on. And I must say that I am very impressed with the OX BLOX product. Again, these are the OX BLOX Maxx, so they're made for the hydraulic ram, the 9-inch foot. They also have OX blocks that are for travel trailers, for that kind of landing gear. They have rubber pads. They even have some chocks, and I don't know. I'm impressed with them. I'm looking forward to not having any more splinters. I'm also looking forward to not having those heavy blocks to carry around. Maybe I'm just lazy. I don't know, but I highly recommend the OX BLOX. And in fact, if you're interested in saving some money and getting yourself a set of OX BLOX, either the Max or the Standard, use our promo code JimandAmy10. I'll put a link below off of their website, and you can save yourself 10% on any of their products off their website. So anyway, again, OX BLOX Maxx to the max. I like them. You will too. All right, thanks for watching, everybody.